Hey everybody, hola mi gente. Today we're going to be looking at the new Spyre aim pack, which is all 4 of the mouse pads from Spyre. These are the newly released mouse pads that are available on their website for $27.99, but the shipping does bring up the price a bit, so depending on where you live. But these are also available on lethalgaminggear.com, which is where I got these from. Here I have the Rosana, which is a slow mouse pad. I have the Apogee, which is supposed to be a medium control pad. I have the Loke, which is supposed to be a balance pad, and the Daru, which is supposed to be their speed pad. I'm gonna start it off with the Loke. So right off the bat, if you already own the original Loke, this is no different. It's pretty much the same pad, just at a smaller 480 by 400 size, and it's 3mm stitched edges, and it feels really good. They all come in this tube, so it's gonna be pretty much all the same. So the Loke is the blue one. This one is more of like a basketball shorts material. It's kind of rough, not really too rough. It does have a little bit of texture. It's not as bad as the Ubba from Esports Tiger. That one is a much rougher surface. This one is definitely smoother. In my opinion, up and down feels a little bit more textured than left to right. So with regular skates, it does feel fairly balanced, no slow speeds. And then with dot skates, that up and down friction kind of goes away. So I guess with smaller skates, it does feel decent. So for the Loke, I do recommend it if you're looking for more of a balanced pad. Good texture to it, and it does have the stitch edges. Next up, I have the Apogee, which is the green mouse pad. This is a crisp control surface. It does come out pretty flat. On my copy, this one has that rubber base, but it kind of slides around, which is weird because all the other ones also have a rubber base, but they don't slide as much as this one in particular. So this surface is more of a smooth, just regular mouse pad feel. Really smooth, nothing too crazy. Also comes with the stitch edges, 480 by 400. This pad is more of a slow pad, I would say, but not anything too crazy. I don't know how to describe it. It's nothing really mind-blowing. It's more in my opinion. It's just slow, nothing too crazy. Regular mouse feet. Skates still has that initial friction. I mean, it's a slow mouse pad, but it's not super slow. I don't know how to describe it. It's just like a worn down pad in my opinion. Something like the Goliathus, I guess. Nothing too crazy. So if you're looking for Goliathus type and you just want a green mouse pad, I guess you can just get this one. Next up, we have the Daru. This is the red one. Right out of the box. It does come flat as well. This one has the rubber base. This one does stick to my desk, so this one has a better base than the green one. Stitch edges, it's kind of like that shiny material. When you look at it, the red really pops. It's like a really dark velvet red. It looks really nice in person. Really smooth texture. The X and Y are pretty uniform, so on regular skates, it does have some speed to it. Dot skates, you can definitely feel the speed on this one. The red color looks amazing in person. This one performs really well because the weave on this one is a little bit tighter compared to the green one. You can definitely feel the difference in speed, but they are both similar in texture, I would say. Just this one is a bit smoother just because it has that tighter weave. So if you're looking for a really good speed pad and you really like the color red, this is like a deep red. This one looks really good in person. This one, I do recommend it. I do like this one a lot. So this is probably my top pick from them. And last but not least, we have the Rosana mousepad. This is the one that was supposed to replace the Spyre Kamek mousepad, which was a metallic gray 4mm, like spongy, really smooth pad. It had a little bit of QC issues, so they were trying to rework it. This is one of their solutions, which is kind of like the same material surface, just at a 3mm to keep it consistent. And they did have the 480 by 400 size, of course, so it's the same thing across all of them. So the Rosana mousepad is the only one that comes with a different base. It's like that foam base that you get from where you put dishes on when you wash them, you know, when you put them on top. It has like that weird foam thing. The stitching is very uneven, all the way around. It's very inconsistent, as you can see. The pad out of the box came out with creases on it and lines all over it, as you can see. So don't reverse roll this to try to get it flat, because you'll just make it worse. Hopefully Spyre will be able to make a better version of this pad or the Kamek at 4mm. This pad, if you can get it to lay flat, of course, maybe put some weight on it. It's a very slow polyester, so with regular skates it does have like that dynamic friction when you move your mouse around. No tugging feeling though, so it feels pretty good. And then with the dot skates, the tugging kind of goes away. I really do hope they revisit this mouse pad, try to make it better, because this version at 3mm, in my opinion, it's not worth it right now, especially when you can get something with better QC issues at the same price, if not cheaper. So hopefully Spyre is able to pull it off with better QC and consistency, you know, with their pads, because I really do want them to have a really good pad with either the Rosana or the Kamek. So out of the 4 pads in the new AIM pack, the 2 that I personally would recommend is the Loke. If you missed out on the first time, definitely pick it up because it is worth it. The green one, the apogee isn't anything special or, you know, anything to write home about. I mean, if you're looking for a green pad, I guess, you know, to match your setup, then there you go. The Daru speed feels good and consistent. The base is better for some reason than the green one, I don't know, but this one I recommend too, especially if you're looking for a very sick red pad, then this one is really good. And then the Rosana, at the moment I don't really recommend it unless you want to try to get it to lay flat and be consistent for you, but it has too many QC issues at the moment for me to recommend it at its current price point. I will leave links down in the description below if these pads are something you are interested in either trying out or something to match your setup with the colors. At their current price point of $29.99 plus shipping, I don't think they're very much worth it, especially when you can just get something better like the Lethal Gaming Gear pads themselves, especially at the same price point. They have a much bigger size, better QC, and you know, depending on that. And then other pads that are cheaper, something like the Fnatic Focus, maybe the Locust Karai mouse pads that are also at a cheaper price point. So again, it's all preference. If you're looking for something to match your setup with the colors, then obviously you have these as an option. But if you're looking for something performance wise, I don't think these cut it, especially when you can get something better. Huge thanks to Lethal Gaming Gear for sending these pads out for me. I hope I was able to answer your questions in this video and provide you with the information you needed about these pads. If you have any other questions, feel free to ask me down in the comment section below. I do appreciate you for watching this video, stopping by and hearing my thoughts on them. So thank you very much, guys. Peace out.